Shot Rashad, and Perry brought him down at the 25-yard line. That is not enough for a first down. He'll have to get inside the 23.
Well, they came in here with a safety blitz. I don't know whether you can see it, but they got the safety blitz. There it comes. Tarkenton read it and complete the pass to Rashad.
Great throw because he threw off his back foot that time, George.
3rd and 1 for the Vikings. By the way, Rashad comes into this game with 100 yards in 2 of his last 3 games. He's done that 9 times in his career. And in the last 3 years, he has caught more passes than any other wide receiver, 170 of them. 3rd and 1. Tarkenton under some pressure. Alley-oop kind of a pass, no good. Intended for Stu Voigt, the tight end on the left side. And there's John Cappelletti taking a breather. He figures to be a workhorse along with Cullen Bryant all day long.
On that last play, Vinny, they had 3 tight ends in.
The Vikings are going for a field goal. Rick Danmeyer is 36 out of 37 in points. He has kicked 12 out of 19. His longest field goal, 47 yards. Danmeyer, 1 year out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The spot will be at the 32. A 42-yard field goal attempt is up and good. And for the first time in a while, as far as we're concerned, we see the Vikings out in front.
They came out ahead. 2 nice drives.
7 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the first quarter.
That 3rd and 1 surprised me.
Look, man, them bandits are kidnapped the school marm.
Let's get him. Our Ranger will catch them, Cookie.
This Ranger Lariat is a 79 Ford, and it's built top with top twin I-beam front suspension and optional 4-speed overdrive.
You didn't think you could get away from our Ford, did you? Go on, Cookie.
Where are you two going, man?
We're riding off into the sunset.
That muttonhead, the sunset's the other direction.
Tough Ford. America's best-selling pickup.
Take care of the pennies, and the dollars will take care of themselves.
You should be healthy, wealthy, and wise.
With money as tight as it is, more people are coming to Sunoco's penny pinching pump for $1.90, the quality gas that sells below our regular, and $2.20. It sells below our premium. And most cars that run on regular or premium can use them. So come to Sunoco's penny pinching pump.
Don't let money burn a hole in your pocket.
Because a penny saved is truly a penny earned.
On New Year's Day at 2 p.m. Eastern, CBS Sports presents the Cotton Bowl, with the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame taking on the Houston Cougars. That's the Cotton Bowl, New Year's Day at 2 p.m. Eastern.
All 35 of Danmeyer's kickoffs this year have been returned. He doesn't have the kind of a leg to kick it through the end zone. And deep is Jim Jodat. And Jodat will take it on his stick. He's playing with a hip pointer, so he's hurting. He gets out to the 20, boxed in and dragged down by Matt Blair at the 25-yard line. Hey, friends, the new look on the CBS Sports Spectacular, and it is a dandy. Starting off with the East-West Shrine game, and how about this fight with Duran versus Brooks? Yes, the new look, Sports Spectacular. We'll also have the Hollywood Stunt Competition and the NFL Cheerleaders Classic, starting Saturday, January the 6th. Great show with a bright, shiny 1979 look. 1st and 10 Rams on their own 25. Cappelletti and Jesse in the backfield, and he goes in motion. Cappelletti's on a wing. Cullen Bryant has Mac Black, and he's out to the 30 to the 35. A great block by Tom Mack on Matt Blair, and a good defensive play by John Turner, the rookie.
Well, Turner, number 27, is getting his first start. He's playing pretty deep on the play. You can't see it, but he comes up and makes a tackle. Bryant had a big hole there, Jim.
Oh, it was a tremendous hole. And actually, I heard this week that the Rams offensive line felt that they have not done their work well this year. So they really wanted to prove something today. That was an example of it, believe me.
So Hayden brings him out on the Ram 36, 1st and 10. Waddy is right. In motion goes Jesse. Willie Miller's over there as the wide receiver. Hayden sets up over the middle to Cullen Bryant, and he drags for a couple more with Jeff Seaman holding on. They bring him down at the Ram 42.
You know, Coach, I mentioned something earlier about a lead back, a star back. Evidently, they are going to use Bryant that way today. And if they give him that kind of confidence, then his running is always going to improve, because when you feel you're the man, you perform like the man.
Yes.
There's Chuck Foreman. He has already played a part in the early going. We'll see a lot of him today. 2nd and 5 from the Ram 42. Capoletti on a wing. And Jesse in motion. Hayden giving to Bryant, and he's stacked up by Blair, and down he goes. And a question, Coach. The Rams are using Jesse as a motion man out of the backfield. How good is motion to confuse a club like Minnesota?
Vinny, I like motion if you can lock a team into a defense, and many times you can do that with Minnesota. It gives you a certain coverage, a certain deployment of the linebackers, or a certain front. Very good.
And it helps the quarterback because then he knows pretty much what he's going to be looking at. Is that right, Coach?
Yes, and 27, Turner's playing pretty deep. I would think they'd be thrown over here on his side.
All right, 3rd and 3 for the Rams, and Hayden drops back, sets up, and goes deep down the middle, and it's going to be juggled and dropped at the last minute by Phil Wise. So it was intended for the tight end, Terry Nelson, number 83, and you'll see Wise had a shot at it.
Yeah, I think Wise lost it in the sun right here. No, he had it and dropped it. Just didn't have possession of it.
So Glenn Walker, who ranks 22nd in the NFL, but less than half of his punts have been returned, and only 5 have been returned for 10 yards or more. So he has some deceptive numbers, and we'll look at his hang time. Kevin Miller is deep on the Vikings. And the kick is blocked, and it's blocked by Scott Studwell. Jackie Wallace is going to be dragged out of bounds by Hilgenberg.
Wow.
And Scott Studwell, 2 years out of Illinois, number 55, blocks Walker's punt.
That's the 3rd punt the Rams have had blocked this year, Jim, and that's something that should only happen about once every 5 years.
Well, why is that? Why did they have 3 blocks, Coach?
Well, many times it's faulty blocking assignments. Sometimes it's the kicker taking too long, bad snap. It's many things. That's a big break for the Vikings here. They're on the 20-yard line.
Studwell was able to jump over the block by Carl Eckern, and look at Glenn Walker. He is livid to have that punt blocked. So it is 1st and 10 Vikings on the Ram 21, and the Vikes are leading 3-0. Tarkinen looking, going deep in the end zone, intended for Sammy Rose. It is intercepted by Bill Simpson for the 2nd time. Bill Simpson, 5 years out of Michigan State, coming up with another gutsy interception to give him 7 for the year.
You can see why, Vinny, at the top of the show, we're talking about the Rams defense that comes to the rescue once again.
That's how you win championships, with a great defense, and here's an example of it.
Another footnote, that is the 34th interception thrown by Tarkinen this year.
Few names have been so tied to teams and triumph as Gillette. So we know the ultimate truth of competition. Only one can be the best there is. In football, that title will go to January's victor. In shaving, the results are already in. Gillette Atra, with its revolutionary pivoting head. Atra outshaves any razor we've ever made. The battle for best there is over. Atra, Gillette's best shave. In many of the world's emerging nations, telecommunications isn't as much of a problem as it used to be. Thanks to, for one thing, microwave relay systems, which greatly facilitated telephone calls within the country. And even more important, something called earth stations, which made it possible to call out of the country via satellite.
Gee.
No, GTE.
Next Saturday, see highlights of the Roberto Duran Monroe Brooks bout on the new look CBS Sports Spectacular.
Bud Grant looking on, the Vikings leading 3-0, but they've lost momentum on that 2nd interception by Bill Simpson. Hayden is going to crank up and go deep down the left side. A battle there broken up by Bobby Bryant, intended for Willie Miller.
Bryant had him covered all the way, good inside position, and should have intercepted the ball. I still think, Vinny and Jim, that they're going to start throwing in front of 27, Turner.
You know, last year, Pat Hayden was ranked the number 3 quarterback in the NFL. Coming into this game, he is ranked 15th. So although he has not had his better year, the team has won 12 and lost only 4. You look at rookie John Turner, a rookie out of Miami, playing a corner over Nate Wright, who suffered the broken arm, and the Rams figure to pick on him today if they possibly can. Bryant stays in the block, Hayden now is going to be chased by McNeil, along with Blair, Marshall, and Turner. And he runs out of bounds at the Ram 35 and picks up the first down.
Well, we're going to see a shot at Turner, 27, playing the left corner, backpedaling, good position, good footwork. Gets turned around now. He sees Hayden scrambling, comes up, takes the wrong angle.
Coach, you mentioned good footwork, and I agree with you, but he did one thing wrong. He turned around totally. You don't teach that.
First and 10 on the Ram 35. We have 5 minutes left in the first quarter. 3-0 Minnesota. In motion to the line is Willie Miller. Pitch back to Bryant with Capoletti and France out in front of him, but a lot of purple shirts there to bring him down. A moment ago, we showed you Bud Grant. We should interject while we have that moment that Grant needs a win today to become only the third coach in league history to win 10 postseason games. The other two, Tom Landry and Don Shula. Second and